You're not dreaming. The Cowboys just pulled off one of the biggest defensive additions you could imagine. Dallas is acquiring Quinn Williams from the New York Jets, according to multiple reports. And yes, that's the three-time Pro Bowl interior defensive lineman who's been an island inside the line for years. Reporters say the Jets are getting at least a first-round pick and additional compensation in return, which tells you everything about how hard the Cowboys had to push to land him. This move changes the conversation immediately, not just for this season, but for how people will evaluate Dallas's defense the rest of the year. Let me break this down for you in plain terms. This is a premium-level player coming to Dallas. You get a disruptor who can collapse the pocket from the inside, beat double teams more often than not, and make life easier for the edge rushers by occupying blockers. For fans who've been screaming for the front line change, this is the kind of acquisition that shifts expectations from "can we compete" to "are we being built to win now?" Keep that in mind while we walk through the fallout. Right now, the instant reactions matter. If you're watching this live or catching it on replay, hit that like button. It helps the video get shown to more Cowboys fans. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We're pushing for 16,000 subscribers, and moves like this are exactly why you want to be subscribed. Timely breakdowns, pros and cons, and hot takes you can use when you argue with your buddies. Quick vote for the comments below. Were you surprised by this trade? Yes or no? Drop your one-line reaction and I'll read a few in the next chapter. That interaction matters. The more you comment and vote, the better the content we can make for the whole fanbase. Let's be blunt, trades like this don't happen without sacrifice. Reports say Dallas sent a first-rounder and additional pieces to the Jets. That matters when we start talking about draft, capital, and the long game. But for right now, in this moment, the focus is simple. A top interior defender is coming to Dallas, and you should expect the defense to look and feel different next time you tune into a Cowboys game. In the next segment, we'll pause the hype and get into who Quinn Williams actually is, his career highlights, what he does best on tape, and the injury contract context that factors into how quickly he can impact this season. Before we go, remind me, one quick comment: what number do you want him to wear? Type it below and let's get loud. You've seen the headline. You've heard the trade details, but let's take a second to really talk about who the Cowboys are getting here. Because Quinn Williams isn't just another big name or stat sheet filler, he's a tone setter, the kind of interior lineman defensive coordinators dream about building around. Drafted 3rd overall by the New York Jets out of Alabama, Williams entered the league with sky-high expectations, and over the last few years, he's not only lived up to that billing, he's arguably outperformed it. At 6'3" and about 303 pounds, Williams combines explosive power with rare lateral quickness for a man his size. When you turn on the tape, the first thing you notice isn't just his strength, it's the violence in his hands. He wins leverage battles immediately off the snap, and when he gets into a guard's chest, it's basically over. He's one of the few tackles in football who can completely reset the line of scrimmage, forcing quarterbacks to step outside of the pocket or abandon clean platforms altogether. Now, here's where it gets exciting for Dallas. You remember how often fans have complained about interior pressure disappearing late in games? That's about to change. Quinn's presence inside will open lanes for the edge rushers to feast, especially if Dallas keeps pairing him with someone like Osa Odighizuwa or Demarcus Lawrence on stunts and games. The ripple effect could be massive. The edges won't see as many double teams. Micah Parsons can freelance more, and offensive coordinators are going to lose sleep over where the pressure's coming from. In 2022, Williams had one of his best years, statistically 12 sacks, over 50 total pressures, and ranked among the top 3 interior defenders in pass rush win rate. According to Pro Football Focus, that's elite production. Even last season, when the Jets' offense couldn't stay on the field, Williams was still dominating. His motor never turned off. He's the kind of player who demands attention every single snap. There's also leadership here. Multiple Jets teammates have praised his maturity and communication on the field, traits that'll carry serious weight inside a Cowboys locker room that's been searching for stronger internal voices. If you think back to the last time Dallas had this kind of commanding presence on the defensive interior, you probably have to go way back, maybe to the Jay Ratliff era. That's how rare this type of player is for this team. And before anyone worries about health, Williams has been remarkably durable. He's played at least 15 games in each of the last 3 seasons, and he's only missed time once due to a minor foot issue a while back. So this isn't a guy you'll need to wrap in bubble wrap or manage on snap counts. He's built to play, and he's built to play often. So here's a quick one for you. If you could grade this move just on the talent Dallas is getting, what would it be? A B, C, or lower? Drop your letter grade in the comments right now. And while you're down there, hit subscribe to help us get to 16,000. We're breaking down everything Cowboys related faster than anyone else. Now that the excitement's settled just a bit, we have to talk about what Dallas gave up to make this happen. Because no matter how thrilling this move feels, it came at a serious price, one that'll affect not just this season, but possibly the next few drafts. According to multiple reports, the Cowboys sent their upcoming first-round pick to the Jets, along with at least one mid-round selection and a conditional future pick based on Williams' snap count and team performance. That's a heavy package, and honestly, it should be. You don't get a player of Quinn Williams' caliber for cheap. The Cowboys have always valued their draft capital. They've built a good chunk of this core through smart drafting, so seeing them part with a first-rounder sends a strong message. It tells you Jerry Jones and this front office believe the window is now. Not next year, not in 2 years, right now. That's a significant shift from the conservative approach we've seen in recent off-seasons. Dallas just made a win-now move, and whether you love it or not, it's refreshing to finally see them push all their chips to the middle of the table. Let's talk about the cap side of it, because that's where a lot of fans have questions. Quinn signed a massive contract extension with the Jets before last season, a 4-year deal worth nearly $96 million, with more than half of it guaranteed. For Dallas, the key here is how the money's structured. The Jets reportedly agreed to eat a small portion of his 2025 bonus to make the trade work, while the Cowboys will take on roughly $18 million in annual cap hit moving forward. That's not small change, especially for a team that's already balancing major decisions with players like ceedee, Lamb, and Micah Parsons coming up on big paydays. So, yes, there's risk. There always is with these kinds of splash trades. But here's the other side of the coin. You're getting elite talent in his prime. Williams is only 27. This isn't a one-year rental or a fading veteran. This is a foundational piece who could anchor the defensive front for the next 5 years. And if he plays to the level he has in New York, you're talking about a contract that actually looks team-friendly compared to the production. I know some fans will say, but what about our draft? What about building for the future? And I get it. Losing a first-round pick always stinks. But be honest, how many rookies come in and make an immediate, dominant impact? Maybe 1 in 10. This trade gives you that impact right now. No waiting, no development curve. Let's do this. Drop a quick vote in the comments. Is the price worth it? Type trade if you think Dallas did the right thing, or nitrogen monoxide trade if you think it's too much to give up. I'll pin the most convincing argument in the next upload. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 16,000, and every sub helps keep Cowboys coverage rolling nonstop. Next, we'll turn to how this actually looks on the field, where Quinn fits in, how the Cowboys might deploy him, and what this means for the rest of the defensive line rotation. Because this isn't just about names on paper. When you picture Quinn Williams in a Cowboys uniform, don't just imagine the name. Think about the chaos he's about to create inside the line. Dan Quinn may be gone, but the core philosophy of this defense remains the same under Mike Zimmer: physical, fast, and built to attack gaps. Williams fits that identity perfectly. He's not a space eater who just clogs lanes, he's a penetrator. His first step is explosive enough to wreck a blocking scheme before it even develops. Expect to see him lined up primarily at the 3 technique, shaded over the guard, where he can use that quickness to win one-on-one. But here's where it gets fun. Dallas can now move him around. Picture a 3rd and 7 look with Micah Parsons and Demarcus Lawrence on the edges, Osa Odigizua sliding to the opposite tackle spot, and Quinnen lined up right between them. That's nightmare fuel for any offensive line. No matter who you double, someone's getting through. You can also expect Zimmer to mix in more stunts and interior twists now that he has a guy who can handle the dirty work inside. Williams' ability to occupy to blockers means linebackers will get cleaner paths to the ball, especially on early downs. That could finally be the fix to one of Dallas's biggest defensive weaknesses, stopping the run consistently. It's not just about sacks or pressure. It's about balance. Quinnen brings both. And if you've watched him play, you know his motor doesn't cool off late in games. That's where Dallas could benefit most. Too often, this defense faded in the 4th quarter when the front got tired or when teams ran straight at them. Williams changes that math. His presence allows the rotation behind him to stay fresh. Players like Mozzie Smith and Chauncey Golston can focus on specific downs instead of carrying heavy loads. So yeah, expect an immediate boost, more pressure up the middle, better gap integrity against the run, and a defense that can stay aggressive longer without worrying about getting gashed inside. It's the kind of addition that makes everyone else's job easier. Let me throw this to you. Which opponent are you most excited to see Williams face first? The Eagles, the 49ers, maybe that brutal matchup with the Bengals O-line? Drop your pick below and tell me why, and hey, don't forget to subscribe. We're pushing towards 16,000, and the support from fans like you is what keeps this channel breaking every major Cowboys move as it happens. So now that we've broken down the trade, the player, the cost, and the fit, let's step back and talk about what it all means, because this move isn't just about getting Quinn Williams, it's about what it says regarding where the Cowboys are headed. For years, fans have begged this team to stop waiting, to stop playing the long game, and to finally act like a contender. Well, this move says exactly that. Dallas isn't sitting back anymore, they're chasing a championship now. Adding a player like Williams sends a message not just to fans, but to everyone inside that locker room. It tells Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and every veteran on this roster that the front office is serious about building a team capable of making a deep playoff run. It raises the standard, and when you raise the standard, the energy changes. Players compete harder, leaders get louder, and the team takes on a different edge. That's culture shift territory, and it's exactly what this franchise has needed. So, what should fans expect from here? In the short term, you'll see an immediate defensive improvement. I'm predicting Dallas finish top 5 in total defense, and Quinn Williams racks up at least 8 sacks, maybe more depending on how often Zimmer moves him around. Long term, this move could be the cornerstone for finally breaking that postseason drought. When you've got an elite front that can control games, everything else falls into place. The corners play freer, the offense gets better field position, and momentum builds week after week. Let's wrap it with this question. Did this trade officially make the Cowboys a Super Bowl caliber team? Type YES if you believe this is the missing piece, or not yet if you think one more move is still needed. I want to know where you stand, and if you've enjoyed breaking this one down with me, hit that subscribe button right now. We're closing in on 16,000 subscribers, and every single one helps us bring you the most passionate, honest Cowboys coverage anywhere online.